stretching from Alabama to Canada, older than the Himalayas, older even than the Rockies. The Appalachian Mountains are often called the oldest mountains on Earth, a place where science and folklore collide. Beneath their rolling ridges lie stories of ancient oceans, forgotten peoples, and legends whispered through the hollers. Today we'll uncover the history of Appalachia, how these mountains came to be, and the myths that still cling to their peaks. To understand Appalachia, we have to go back, way back. Nearly 480 million years ago, during the Ordovician period, what is now North America was colliding with other landmasses. These violent continental crashes pushed up mountains that, at their peak, may have rivaled the Himalayas in height. Over hundreds of millions of years, wind, water, and ice carved them down to the rounded ridges we see today. When you look at the Appalachian Mountains, you're not seeing weakness. You're seeing resilience. They've stood through ice ages, continental drift, and the rise and fall of entire species. Geologists call this range one of the oldest surviving mountain chains in the world. That's why, while the Rockies and Alps look sharp and jagged, the Appalachians look worn and soft. They are mountains that have lived many lifetimes. Long before Europeans ever set foot in Appalachia, indigenous nations like the Cherokee, Shawnee, and Creek thrived here. The mountains weren't obstacles. They were home. The ridges were laced with footpaths like the warrior's path, trade routes that connected villages across valleys. For these nations, the mountains held deep spiritual meaning. Rivers were lifelines, caves were gateways to the underworld, and peaks were the dwelling places of spirits. Even today, Cherokee stories tell of great beings who shaped the land and guarded the mountains. By the 1700s, settlers of Scots, Irish, and German descent began pushing westward into the mountains. They brought farming, log cabins, and old world traditions. Life here was harsh, isolation, rugged terrain, and a constant battle with nature. But that isolation also preserved a unique culture, one that gave birth to bluegrass music, mountain crafts, and oral storytelling traditions. The 1800s brought industry. Logging stripped vast forests. Railroads cut through valleys. Most famously, coal mining carved entire communities into the earth. Coal wasn't just fuel, it was a way of life, but it also came at a cost. Dangerous conditions, company-owned towns, and bloody conflicts like the Battle of Blair Mountain defined an era of struggle. These struggles shaped the identity of Appalachia as a land of resilience, self-reliance, and hard-won pride. Even today, old mining towns and ghostly shafts stand as silent reminders of that past. But Appalachia isn't just history and geology, it's also a land of stories. Folklore runs deep here, sometimes mysterious, sometimes even chilling. One famous legend is the tale of the Mothman said to haunt Point Pleasant, West Virginia, in the 1960s. Witnesses described a winged creature with glowing red eyes, an omen of disaster. To this day, Mothman has become a symbol of Appalachian mystery. Older still are ghost stories told by settlers, spirits wandering mountain hollows, strange lights floating in the woods, and voices that echo through valleys. Some say the mountains themselves remember the lives and struggles of the people who lived here. Then there are cryptids like the Wampus Cat, a half-woman, half-cat figure rooted in Cherokee legend, or tales of the Brown Mountain Lights in North Carolina, glowing orbs drifting across ridges with no scientific explanation. Whether you believe or not, these stories show how the people of Appalachia gave voice to the mysteries of their land. When you live among the oldest mountains on Earth, it's only natural to wonder what else lingers in the dark woods. The Appalachian Mountains are more than just a backdrop. They are living history, shaped by fire and stone, carved by time, and filled with stories that blur the line between myth and reality. From their beginnings 500 million years ago to the folklore whispered today, the Appalachians remind us that the land we walk on holds memories older than we can imagine. If you enjoyed this journey into Appalachia's past and its legends, make sure to subscribe for more. Next time, we'll dive deeper into the myths, music, and mysteries of the mountains. Until then, remember, the hills have stories if you're willing to listen.